Welcome to the Scruffy Nerfherders. I'm Addy Thomas, and I play Fosho, the Force Adept.
I am Ben Milton. I play Phallus Vag Killer, the Human Fringer.
What's up, guys? I am Hooflung Dung and Misa Gun Soldier.
Hey guys, I am J-Mike, and I play Stimbolt's Newer, the Zabrak Tech Specialist.
And I am Case. I am the DM for this. And by the way, Hooflung Dung is Corey.
Yeah.
Forget your
That's
name
what I
again,
said.
Corey.
That's what I said. Corey in the house. AKA.
Have you gotten that right yet?
I don't know.
Yes,
Early
he's
one-
gotten it
early
a couple
episodes,
of times,
yeah.
I wouldn't start with early. It was
Like somewhere in the mid?
You would
yeah,
think.
it was somewhere in the nadir of the
One
arc.
day. Practice makes perfect. You just gotta keep on swimming.
Well, don't forget, you can check out our other podcasts all at certainpov.com, not only Scruffy Nerfherders, but we've also split out into additional feeds, one dedicated to each of our podcasts. Case has got his podcast Another Pass, and Ben and I have also got Certain Point of View. Sometimes J-Mike decides to show up. Sometimes he doesn't. Usually he's not even there mentally, even when he is there physically, but, you know.
Not that you could tell the difference.
Right. Well, we still have a lot of fun on all three podcasts, but you can choose which podcast you want to be a part of, separate feeds. So please rate, subscribe, and review the ones that you like, or review all three. That's what we'd prefer. All of that, again, is at certainpov.com. Case?
Yeah, 5 stars would be appreciated by everyone listening to this, which is kind of the problem right there. We need a few more people, right?
Yeah, so tell your friends.
Yeah, everyone.
Spread the word like a venereal disease.
Come on, do it, huh? Do it.
Could I have everyone give me a D20 roll, please, for recap?
13.
Oh, yeah. This night is gonna be great.
9.
3.
1.
I feel you're lying. You are such a liar.
I got a 1. I got to tell the story, and whoever got the highest gets the.
Oh, right.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so
Yeah, believe me, I would not.
I got
should have said.
I got 13.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, 13, great.
Yeah.
13's high roll?
He got
13?
3.
I got a 3.
And he got a 9.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Sucks to be me. I should have said 2.
Nice.
All right, so here's what happened. Here's what I remember. Addy got raped.
Yeah.
Fosho got raped.
Whatever.
There's a difference, guys.
Tell us more. Hashtag me too.
What?
So we ended up taking a detour with our Slippery Jim. Took us to this giant. It's not a colony, but it's a giant ship where, like, it was like way bigger than Foss's Atoll, right? And so they were going to get information and some stuff before we went to Coruscant from this Hutt that he knew. So Addy and Slippery Jim and some others went off to do that, while J. Mike and Corey and I ended up playing and betting some gambling stuff. Corey was doing some gunslinging, and along the process, I made a ton of money, and J. Mike lost all of his.
Sorry, man.
Everything. It was a
Sorry, buddy.
My bad. Most of it.
Tried.
And then unfortunately for Addy and Slippery Jim, the deal went really, really dark. And
Reggie.
But successful.
And Reggie. Reggie was there too.
So
All
successful.
thanks
Reggie has even more terrible memories to work through.
Yes. So the PTSD is going to last a little bit longer for Reggie. And it now has officially been given to Addy as well. As some dark, dark things happened that he won't talk about anymore. Nope. So now we're leaving that place and we're on our way to Coruscant. No, we're not Coruscant.
The remnants of Alderaan.
Remnants of Alderaan. That's where it was, Alderaan.
There is a subtle difference between those two.
One is flying chunks.
Yes. Yes,
and,
one is
and the
used
other
to
one's
be.
an asteroid field.
So that's where we are. At least that's how I remember it.
Yes. That is an accurate description of it.
There you go, Addy. Enjoy that XP.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that.
Take it like you took that Hutt.
No, I'll enjoy this one.
All right.
Nice.
We open with a human wrapped in thick layers of leather and crude metal hurrying down a dark hallway. He comes to the end of the room and kneels and raises a blade in his hands, presenting it. From the shadow, a hand extends. The sword flies out of the human's hand and into the outstretched hand. It's real. Faux show. You see that. There's a startle. The ship is coming out of light speed. Faux show, you're awakened, having been asleep for part of the journey. Slippery Jim comes on over the comms. You said, guys, we said getting close, so come on up to the briefing room. We need to go over some stuff.
I've always wanted to say this. Aye, Captain.
Nice. Dream
you.
come true.
God.
Congratulations.
All right, you guys all gather.
Achievement
in the,
unlocked.
you all gather in the meeting room so that
right.
you can go over plans.
Cool. Everybody here?
But nobody
Yeah.
else saw that.
You two
I'm
guys
here.
feeling rest?
I feel great.
I did not get great sleep.
Surprisingly, I feel great too.
No, what's wrong, buddy?
I'm just working through some. You know what? No, let's just move on. What are we working on?
Yeah, I would agree. We don't need to think about our nightmares.
You know, you guys have not been the same since we had our little.
Have any of us been? Because you guys haven't been the same, including Stimbolt's bank account.
If you guys ever need to talk, just know that I got your back.
It's too soon.
Yeah.
You seem angry about something.
That was
Right.
a- that
Huuf
was a
seems
good
a
one,
little
Fo.
stunned too.
Thanks for redirecting the attention off of us. Yes, you said, guys, a couple of characters. Okay. So hey, we're coming out of hyperspace right now. We're almost to Alderaan, or what's left of it. So here's the deal. The Cosmopolitan Swift is not exactly going to do so hot in a field this dense. So Findir, Reggie, and Zeph will stay here, and we will stay out of the field and theoretically outside of the Imperial sensor arrays. Meanwhile, Misa going to pilot our cargo with the Susan tucked away inside. We're going to go into the asteroid field and hide away, say, because there might be some Imperials coming here, and well, as we all know, we have a mission to attend to. What's the use of guys think of that?
Let's make it happen, Captain.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, let's all get on board and just be so ready because Pigo and Garth will be scanning, and we gonna have to move quick when Issa come around.
Okay.
So you guys all pile into this sort of I'd describe it as being like a space camper.
It's like a giant Winnebago.
Basically,
Is that an
yeah.
RV?
This is the best.
Smaller than the Cosmopolitan Swift, bigger than the Susan. It is actually sort of a mobile command center that you guys are going to steer into the asteroid field and implant it into an asteroid so that when the Imperials come near, you're hidden, essentially.
Okay.
Cool. That sounds dangerous. Let's do it.
All right, you said, guys, I'm going to need some help. I'm going to need some people checking out all the sensors. I'm going to need some people making sure all the systems are good. I'm going to need some people to help me pilot this thing, because I saw a superb pilot, but pilot's only as good as his crew.
Right. All right. Well,
Roger, Roger.
I
I know a great pilot, but he's afraid of hyperspeed.
So I got 4.
No, Findir's
just
watching
stay
the
here.
other ship. I need someone I can trust.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
You.
I need someone on guns also, because we're going to have small ones coming in. We need to be protected.
I think Huuf would be great on guns. He's got that reflexes for
Who
it.
get your defense stations.
All right, and with my defense, can I get fire extinguishers?
But
I need
Gungan, we
that.
have plenty of fire extinguishers because we might be blowing up.
Boom.
Gonna need those.
Okay. Roger,
But yes,
Roger.
there's fire extinguishers all over. Make sure you note that.
All right.
What other stations do we need to?
I'm gonna need communications. I'm gonna need sensors, and Probably someone to be repairing stuff.
What's your computer? I got great repair. I'll do repair. I got a 10 repair.
You do repair.
Remember, I spent an entire
I was sensors
and stuff.
And I guess I got communications.
That's very true. Sure did.
I spent an entire episode.
Right? You're a hard worker. You were like pale and sweaty with all that work too.
Oh yeah.
Slippery Jim hops into the pilot's seat and pushes forward on the thrusters, and it takes off. You exit the loading dock of the Cosmopolitan Swift and start rushing into the field. Immediately, asteroids start coming at you. We got a couple coming. Huuf, get your shots off.
All right.
All right, give me a couple of attack rolls. Meanwhile, can we get sensors working to determine where everything is and what's the best place to go to?
All right.
I got 23 on sensors.
I'm gonna be busy. I can tell.
Yeah.
Well, sir, my Stimbot, you said doing pretty well. I can see a good asteroid for us to park in. It's not too far. Hopefully we can make it there with no problems.
I did a thing.
Hey, those asteroids are coming close. Huuf, how we doing on guns?
Good. Locked and loaded. 22.
Dude, you blew those out of the sky, buddy.
Do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
All right, we need to do sensor sweeps, my buddy.
Drink. Star Wars reference.
No,
Wrong movie.
That's not a Star Wars reference, man. That was Dirty Harry.
Oh, my buddy, I need confirmation that there's no Imperial transponder signals here yet.
Roll your dice, fool.
16.
Boom.
All right, it looks like we are clear. We are moving in. More asteroids, Huuf.
15.
You take the shots out. That's great, man.
Oh, yeah.
Stimbot,
Don't get cocky.
Yusa, we need to know before they get that close. How many are coming?
26.
26. With the 26, you can tell me that there is 3 more coming. I need 3 shots.
1. No, don't let it be a 1.
15. 19. And 23.
You take out 2 spectacularly. The first one is a little big and doesn't fully get destroyed by that shot.
Shoot again.
Brace for impact, guys. Brace for impact.
Hold on to your butts.
You guys all feel the smack as a large chunk of an asteroid slams into the ship. Let's get some repair checks to make sure that everything's kept together.
15.
All right, you're able to stop the spraying out smoke that's coming out of some of the panels, but it's not completely fixed. You're not out of the woods right now.
All right, guys, let's not do that again.
Until you are able to get everything underway, all the other checks are going to be at disadvantage.
Okay. Which is
Roll twice and take the worst.
Okay.
All right.
Don't do that again.
So that's all our rolls,
Yes.
not just.
Oh, not his, because he's the one repairing stuff. You guys are using the systems that he's needing to repair.
I'll get it fixed. Just give me a second.
Well, you better hurry it up down
Hurry
there.
up.
Stimbot.
You have a reactor leak
Stimbot,
down there?
I need to know what's coming. I feel like I'm flying blind.
I feel like I just got raped by a Hutt.
I feel like I need extra disadvantage for my
Wow,
communication.
you're doing a really good job, my friend. That's what it tells me.
Woo!
We got one coming up above us, buddy. Take a shot.
18.
That's good. How are my repairs coming?
21.
All right. The system's no longer flitzing. Good job, my friend.
That's what I do! That's what I do!
Yeah! Boy! See that android? Asteroid?
Oh, are you reading any Imperial signals?
Exploded like my
I can't see.
career.
It's a 3.
I can't see. Oh, I got a pimple.
You're supposed to be using all your assets. What about your weird mind thingies? Give me one of those rolls.
Use the Force.
The farce.
The Force.
16.
Boom.
All right, you're not getting anything on your signals, but you're at least able to sort of sense with your mind, expand out there, and know that there's nothing. So thank you, my friend. This is
Good
essential.
job.
Sensors, what's in front of us? You, sir, are very good at pointing out all of the oncoming asteroid field. Can I get 4 attack rolls, my buddy?
26,
You said doing great.
22.
You saw on fire.
What were these rolls
25.
last time, man?
You know, life's on the line.
Oh, you, sir, completely cleared the debris field. Oh, man. All the ones that were big enough that our deflector shields would not handle it have been eliminated, and we're coming up on the asteroid. Everyone brace, we're about to impact and then drill into the surface.
You're familiar with this, Addy.
I need sensors to tell me if I'm on target.
This is where you gotta roll. You can do it.
25.
Yes!
All right. Thank you, my friend. You are a handy addition to our complement of crew.
Thank you, Captain.
We're getting into position. We're coming in at the right angle.
Gonna get him a red shirt for Christmas.
The vessel slams into the side of a large asteroid, but its landing gear is prepped, so you guys feel the shudder of it. But
Hold on to your butts. Drink, Star Wars reference. Drink your waters.
I was thirsty anyway.
Alright, sorry.
The landing gear braces it, and then laser torches come out of it, beginning to cut into the side of the asteroid. It breaks up enough of a crevice that the vessel is able to insert itself in, and then using tractor beams pull in some of the debris to sort of block off the hole to make it invisible inside the asteroid.
Oh, that's clever. Cool.
Nice.
All right.
All right, so now we still gotta wait. Fo, you were doing so good on your communications watch. Can I have you monitoring for signals and Stimboats? You should be checking to see if there's any vessels, any unnatural movements moving through.
I've got an 18.
Got
Oh,
28.
snap.
All right. Good sweep, good sweep. So far, nothing. That is appreciated, though. We'll come back to you guys in a second, because I should probably go over some of the things we are going to have to do. So, actually, Fo, why don't you come over here? Pigo, can you and Garth, you sir should take over for the moment. So, when this guy comes, he's Lieutenant Commander in the Imperial Army. Or actually Imperial Intelligence. But he is a former senator, junior senator of Alderaan. His name is Falto Dragon. If he is coming back this way, which we have reason to believe, we could talk to him.
Are we planning to capture him?
We planning to turn him. So, here's what Rebel High Command has ordered of us to do. We need to get on board his ship, talk to his people, sneak past his guards, show him the video that we were going to broadcast over the HoloNet so that he can see that the Empire destroyed his homeworld. And when we convince him of that, we will have a very powerful ally inside the Imperial forces. He's making a pilgrimage. He should be here soon.
He's got the highest.
So, when his ship gets here, we are going to need to figure out the make and model of that ship. And then we are going to need to board it without them knowing that we're getting close. And I don't know about you, but it is pretty obvious when we got a bunch of people in spacesuits making a leap off an asteroid onto a spaceship. So here's the deal. We got these things. They're called body bags. They are a stealth wrap that you put around. It's gonna be kind of constricting, but all our sensors bounce right off. Won't pick you up at all. You'll be in spacesuits, and then once you get close enough in, it has magnets that'll lock you onto the side of a ship. You're gonna have to climb your way to an airlock and get in. Now, of course, unfortunately for us, we only have one Gungan-shaped spacesuit and a pretty essential back here on the vessel. So, my friend,
You guys know any Gungans around here?
my Gungan,
My God.
My Gungan.
you're gonna be a great aid to the rebellion right now.
Misa, ready.
Yes, sir, you sir.
We're all gonna die. I really hope he doesn't miss the ship entirely.
We're in space?
Yes, sir. We cannot be doing anything with like the grappling hooks or anything like that. That is a bit too obvious. Their sensors will pick you up pretty fast. So when you guys get in these bags, it's gonna be kind of tight. It's gonna be some restrictive checks to get to maneuver yourselves close to it. Unfortunately, any heat signature, any propulsion, any gas release, it's gonna be bad.
Gas release there, failures.
Yeah. Squeeze a little tighter. Make sure Moses can't even part that, alright?
But
Space Moses.
Space Moses.
if you should get to the airlock, I'm pretty sure that either my Zabrak friend or actually my short-tongued buddy
What up?
have been showing themselves to be pretty
We
good
got
with a
this.
computer and
got this.
able to bypass the airlock, get in, stealthily get up to the bridge and into the captain's quarters, and speak with Lieutenant Commander.
What kind of resistance are we looking at on this ship?
Probably just a bunch of guys with the big white hats. You know, it's the Alderaan guards.
It's a diplomatic ship.
You might have a couple stormtroopers. He is part of the Imperial, but he's here as a pilgrimage to his dead home. I tend to suspect that he doesn't have too heavy a complement.
Okay. We should expect stormtroopers.
Lots of stormtroopers.
I feel disturbance in the force.
The right movie this time.
There you go. Wow, impressive.
Boom.
All right, cool. Let's. Well, where do you got these bags at?
Over here by the airlock. It's gonna be. We're gonna have to get ready for it. Hey, Pigo!
What did he call me?
No, we're not talking to you.
No,
Just
chill.
'cause- hold on.
Thanks, Pigo. Picking up anything up there? Oh, no way. Well, I guess the Empire's here.
All right, let's do this, boys. Last one into their body bag's a rotten egg.
I want to play.
Slippery Jim pulls up a view screen, and you're able to see what's outside. Coming into the edge of the asteroid field is a CR-90 Corvette, popular amongst officials from Alderaan. All right, guys. So you want to put on your spacesuits, and then zip up. Have some fun.
There are no buttons in Star Wars, sir. That's canon. Pablo Hidalgo has confirmed that.
Oh, it's okay, guys. It's okay. You should get zipped up and just kind of waddle over to the edge of the airlock there. Can I have everyone make dexterity checks to just waddle to the edge?
11.
12.
16, my Gungan.
All right, you guys all successfully kind of waddle in these tight bags up against the airlock. Slippery Jim gets behind the other side of it. It's like, you said guys doing the right thing. You said serving.
Bang. Oh, so is this a Spike Lee joint?
You said no, you can't use spikes. That's going to alert the signals. But
Darn.
hopefully at least one of you survives. This will be good. And he hits a button and the doors slam shut, and then the doors out into space open up, and you're all propelled outwards.
Oh, shit. I don't like this.
Could everyone give me dexterity checks to position themselves appropriately as the rush of air sends you out into space?
19.
13.
16.
I'm McLovin! Jigga jigga. 9.
Huuf Dung veers off wildly in the wrong direction, you guys.
No surprise.
So the bags you're in are actually translucent. You're able to see out of it and see him flying. It just, sensor rays would be bounced off of it. Basically makes you radar invisible. And you see Huuf flying off into the wrong direction.
Bye. We're better off.
And this was Corey's last episode.
Leave me!
Bye, Moon Man.
Huuf, first give me a spot check.
Rocket Man.
Dear God, give me a spot check.
Drink Star Wars reference.
No, but you do need to give a
Huuf
spot check.
Dung.
Spot check.
McLovin. Negative.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, I rolled a 1 minus 2.
Well, so you don't see it coming, and all of a sudden a
Not like this!
decent-sized asteroid
Like this.
slams into your nuts. First, give me a fortitude save.
Roll a dice.
Which one?
Yep.
And then add your fortitude save.
6.
Oh god, guys.
It's great playing with you, Corey.
Oh, it's a flashback like my singing career.
All right.
Not gonna end like this.
With an asteroid to the balls.
Despite the intense pain that's surging through your body, it's actually only a 1 point of vitality damage.
I can't feel my legs.
But give me a reflex save
All right.
to bounce off the asteroid back on course.
Remember your training.
Can I also use move object to try to pull him?
Yes, you may. Use it in conjunction, because if you do it well, I will give him advantage on this roll.
Oh snap.
Can I throw an asteroid at Addy to keep him from...
That's my boy, Blue. Drink. Natural 20. So 24.
All right. So describe what you do, or a foe.
I reach out with the force, and I'm just because I'm a little frustrated with Huuf, I'm gonna grab him by the neck
No.
and just try to pull him like back towards us and to the spaceship.
All right, Huuf. So give me that roll with advantage. So roll twice, take the best of the two, and then add 4 to that roll.
All right, so best plus 4, 22.
All right. The scruff of your neck starts pulling you off of that asteroid as you instinctively, upon impact to your balls, thrust forward.
Oh jeez, not like this.
Also propelling you in that same direction.
Hold it by his ear.
And you find yourself being carried back to the group. And you guys all slowly float towards the edge of this Corvette. Fo, could you give me a move object check to sort of help guide you guys so that you're closer to the airlock than you necessarily would be?
You can do it.
17.
Okay. So you, between those two efforts, have taken 5 vitality points of damage just because the stress on it. However, you are able to guide your friends and yourself closer to the airlock, so that as you come close to the hull of the ship and the magnetic connection of your bags pull you in, you will not have to climb as far to get to the door. Your bodies slam into the side of the ship. No harder than some of the... I should remind you, there's small asteroids everywhere. There are basketball-sized ones. There's just debris everywhere. Most of this is not large enough or solid enough to do damage to any sort of vessel. It's only big ones that are really that huge of a concern. So the impacts that you guys make upon the side of the ship really aren't any harder than the weird frozen bits of grass and dirt. And occasionally you see human bodies slam against it. But your impact isn't any more profound, so the sensors don't notice you. And your bags cling to the side of the ship. So if you are able to unzip yourselves, you'll be able to pull yourself along the ship to the nearby airlock.
Awesome sauce. Let's do this.
Could I have everyone give me... I guess this is a straight... Well, we'll call it a reflex save to maneuver out of your bags.
17.
14.
And 11.
10.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, that's not a huge surprise. You just got hit in the balls, guys. Let's
Come on, man.
Alias and Foe are easily able to unzip themselves. Meanwhile, Stimbolts
I don't know if I feel comfortable with that
and
yet.
Hoof are having some difficulties.
Zip. Funk.
My zipper stuck, guys.
My zipper stuck.
We got a bleeder!
Oh my god.
Drink. No.
Alias and Foe, give me spot checks to look around as you're coming out of the bags.
22.
18.
All right, you both see places that you can grab onto as you pull yourselves out.
Grab that.
And you see that your friends are
Don't leave us!
attached to the side of the ship, but unable to get free.
These idiots.
I miss Findir. Sometimes.
really, really
Can I have both of you give me climb checks to get over to your friends to assist them?
Sister!
16.
1.
All right, so
Am I the only one that knows how to do
Foe
anything?
was barely able to hang on to the side of the ship without drifting off into space. So he's clutching on.
I just pulled him with a force
But
onto the ship.
Alias is able to climb over to Huuf, who's a little bit closer to him, and assist him. While
You can help me too.
Huuf, give me another reflex save, but with advantage, because yes, Alias is assisting you. Meanwhile,
Roll again.
Foe, if you want to do anything with the Force to assist Stimbolt, you are welcome to.
I don't know if I really want to.
You don't have to.
Force lightning.
Force lightning.
You'll motivate him.
Probably alert everyone.
And scene.
That automated turret pops out of the side of the ship and shoots for all four of you.
Next week on the Scruffy Nerfherders, we meet our new crew.
Hoof, what's the result of your reflex save?
Oh, I am so glad I have good reflexes, guys. 9.
That's with a
With
modifier?
advantage?
Yeah, plus
That was
4.
your... Huh?
Wait,
Plus
you,
4.
so
yeah.
you
I rolled
rolled
plus 4. Yeah.
Wait, so
My best one was a 5. My
your
worst
best
one was a 1.
Oh,
Christ.
I'm gonna use Force Inspire to see if that helps.
yes, yes, you may.
Oh, jeez. I don't feel so good, guys. My balls are in my stomach.
So my Force Inspire was a 16.
J-Mike, give me
Stimbolt.
Stimbolt, give me a reflex save with advantage. Meanwhile, we can establish that apparently Huuf Undung's voice is actually dropped because.
Hey guys, I got hit in the balls.
Meanwhile, Foe, you take another point of vitality damage.
Oh.
17.
All right, you're able to pull yourself free.
Freedom.
Don't leave me.
Do you feel more confident?
Slightly motivated for some reason.
J-Mike, give me a spot check.
Oh god.
And this is where you fly off
Spot
into
me.
space.
Spot me.
12.
You are able to spot a grabbing on point. It's not as close to the airlock as where Foe and Phaleas were able to grab, but you're at least secure.
Yay.
That's what happens when he listens to some Obi-Wan Robbins.
Phaleas, are you still assisting Huuf Undung?
We're gonna need him. We're gonna need him. Yes, I will.
All right, Huuf, give me another reflex save with advantage.
Me?
Yep.
Lisa?
Zig Ziglar's already a Star Wars name.
What am I rolling with?
Advantage.
Reflex?
Reflex with advantage, twice.
24.
All right.
Better. One ball dropped back down, but the other one's still in my stomach.
Hoof is able to get free of his bindings. Hoof, give me a spot check as well.
All right, this is where you fly off. This is where I'll say goodbye. Come on, one. Come on, one.
This is so great.
Bye, Moon Man.
-1 again.
Filius, give me a reflex save to see if you catch him before he drifts off into space.
Oh gosh.
12.
Not like this.
Yeah,
Not like this.
Like this.
Not like
You
this.
try to grab him, but fail. However, Stimball, give me a reflex.
What are you doing?
I'm so sorry.
Don't let go, Jack.
Nine.
Don't let go. I'm alive.
There's no room on this ship for you.
Done.
I'm alive.
There's no room.
Both of your grasp. Hoof, it's on you. You're gonna need to force him close.
Is it foe?
Pardon me. Hoof. Foe, it is on you. You're gonna
Use
need
the
to guide
force.
him.
There's no
20.
room on here.
For the love of the
So
force.
24.
You suck him back into you.
Too soon.
So Hoof Von Dung is being propelled through space.
Keep sucking. Keep
Towards
sucking.
Show. Could I have
almost
Filius
there.
and Stimbald give me climb checks to get back to the to the gripping point that Faux Show was at, so close to the airlock.
17.
Faux, you take another point of vitality damage.
Oh, you're gonna die saving this idiot.
Right.
Help me.
And some motivating him to to get. I took damage for him to get motivated to take his zipper.
Screw it, guys. I'm just gonna stay here.
At least we know he's clumsy.
Stimbald tries to climb away, but is unable to get his bearings.
I'm a 17.
17. You're able to start climbing towards the airlock.
I'm the only one who knows what they're doing here.
Whoa. I've been moving objects
You
like a
almost
pro.
fell off of the ship.
That's fair.
All right, Filius, as you're able to get so close to the airlock, you're able to access a panel if you want to start working on it to try to get in. Meanwhile, I'll computer use or repair. One of the two.
we'll do repair.
Meanwhile, Stimbald, you need to climb over. You were having trouble before, so please give me a climb check.
16.
All right, you're able to pull yourself over. Sorry, what was that?
27.
27? You like tap the panel, all of a sudden everything opens up. Like,
Just
Magic hands.
Jazz hands.
could I have everyone give me climb checks to get into the airlock?
Oh, 18.
14.
Come on, dude.
Please give me a 1.
8.
That's pretty bad.
Okay, for those of you who got an 11 or higher, you're
Team
able
awesome.
to easily pull yourselves in.
Not
Meanwhile,
like this.
those of you who are not are on the edge, but you're in the zero gravity environment. You're just not able to like swing yourselves around properly. So you're still having trouble with that. Meanwhile, so Filius, you can start looking at the next door to see about closing the one outside, waiting for your friends to get in, or opening the one to get inside. And maybe you guys want to figure out what's on the other side of the airlock.
How would we figure that out? Why don't you use your force powers to see if there's anybody?
I was gonna say open it, but yeah.
I mean, that is an option.
Well, we're on the outside, aren't we?
Yeah.
You're on the inner chamber of the airlock now,
Right. So we're opening to get in.
into the actual ship itself.
Yeah.
yes.
We're not gonna get
Oh,
sucked.
not everyone's
Yeah.
gonna get sucked out.
Well,
But-
You might.
We could do that.
all right.
We could get shot down.
Give me a straight intelligence check. Everyone.
Come on.
Oh shit.
I hope it doesn't depend on my numbers.
6.
18.
Oh, thank you, Addy. I got real stupid for a second.
We all have our moments. Like sometimes when I'm climbing.
I just forget how to hold on to the ship.
Right. I've always been
14.
clumsy.
Okay. And Stimbolt?
8.
That's right.
Okay. So, to Stimbolt and Filius, this sounds like a great
Oh,
idea.
hey, whoa. Sorry.
You put the wrong
I shouldn't
modifier.
have stopped you. Because it's, Are you sure?
Yes.
Come on.
It's not plus 10.
Jesus Christmas, man, no.
Okay, so to
4.
To
4.
to Filius, Stimbolt, and Huuf,
4.
the idea of just
I'm
opening
rolling
the
an
door
intelligence check.
sounds like a great idea. to Phalius, Stimbolt, and Huuf, the idea of opening the door sounds like a great idea.
It is a great
But
idea.
Foe is aware that if you open the door without closing the other one, you are going to make a very obvious vacuum effect inside of a ship, alerting a lot of people and potentially blowing you guys all out into space as the rush of atmosphere hits you all.
Frankly, some of us deserve to be blown out into space.
Do you convey this to them?
Yes, guys, let's close the other door first.
So you still have two friends outside. They should make climb
those
checks to see if
idiots
they
in.
can get in.
Go get those idiots in. I'll start working on this
give
door
me
so
another
we're
climb
ready to
check.
go.
Climbing.
Ready?
Yep. Let's see who might need a little bit of a force nudge.
You don't also have to use the force. You could also just aid
Grab
them.
them.
Well, is that a dexterity check?
15.
Double digits. 10.
Yeah.
Handle animal.
Yeah, I'll say dexterity check. Sorry. 15?
I like that. That's creative. I'm proud of you.
Stimbolt pulls himself
It's some
inside.
deep-seated racist issues with how I view Zabrax.
Wow.
That's a good boy. Come on, buddy.
Oh, wow.
Sir.
I got a treat.
Sir.
Sorry,
You're
did you
gonna
say
put-
dexterity
You're
is
going to
what?
put
Yeah,
a
that's
collar
fine.
on him?
11.
Sorry, and Huuf, what was your climb check to get in?
10.
You're helping him to pull in, but you're just not getting the right position on it. However, now Stimbolt is in
Cooking your
position
feet on the outside.
to assist as well. So you can use you can do either dexterity or a strength check, whichever is better.
They're the same. 18.
All right, yeah, you're able to you make the difference and you pull
Save
them
yourself.
in. All right, so you guys are all inside the chamber. Now, Phalius, you probably want to close that door.
28.
You close the door. And now, do you guys want to open the next one?
What's on the other side of this door?
I'm going to use Farseeing just to kind of sense what's on the
Sure.
other side of the door.
All right,
Just-
Magic Man.
Yeah.
Big money, no whammies.
14.
Here we go.
There's a hallway. There's no one immediately outside. You can also tell that there's a lot of like living chambers and spaces, but it's not a very densely populated, at least section of the ship you're in. There's only a couple, like literally a couple, like maybe 2 or 3 people walking around, and they're not even right in the space right outside of you.
Let's kill them.
Why?
Mr. Diplomacy?
They're imps. They're Imperials.
Yeah, but these guys are also part of the Senator's detail. And we want to get the Senator on our side. We don't want him, like, to already be on the defensive with us.
All I'm saying is if an accident happens and this Imperial dies, oh wow.
I'd say we
this
took
mission
a-
was for naught? Is that what you're saying?
I prefer a stealthier approach.
All right, we'll go your way, but if things start to go rough,
I'm ready. We're all ready to fight. We've always been ready to fight.
all right, I'm just making sure we're not getting soft on these guys. I know what Slippery Jim said, but I also know Imperials are nasty, and if they need to die, they need to die. So let's go. All right, let's open this thing.
So on that word, give me that roll.
30.
Door opens up. All right. So you guys come on board the ship. Could I have everyone give me move silently checks if you're going to try to stealth around, or are you trying to stealth around? What is your plan?
Diplomacy.
14.
7.
10.
What's the again?
Move silently.
Move silently. On skills.
Got it. 15.
Well, our less humanoid friends on this team are able to
That's
very
racist.
subtly come on board. Fortunately, there's no one right where you guys are because the other two, our Zabrak and human compatriots, are fairly loud as they sort of
we
walk
trip?
on in. You don't trip, but you're just the shift into artificial gravity causes you to kind of bring your feet down hard.
Okay.
At least it's not like when Phalius dropped that bag.
The bag.
At Foss's Atoll.
Hey guys. Yeah, moving silently isn't my skill set. All right, so what are we gonna do? We gotta get where do we think this guy's gonna be? Is he gonna be on the bridge? Is he gonna be in his chambers?
Let's check the
How do we know
chambers
where he
first.
is? Do we have a map of this ship at all? Do we have any idea how to get around on this ship?
You guys.
Where's our R2 unit?
Can you look at like is there like a control panel somewhere that you can check at?
Yeah, there are terminals everywhere.
all right.
Yeah, very, very quickly, one of the chambers nearby has a control panel.
All right, let me pop that bad boy open and see what we got here. 23.
All right, you bring up schematics of the ship.
All right.
This is a sort of a medium-sized vessel. It's not, like a Star Destroyer or some big thing like that, but it's on a personal-sized ship as well. So there's offices, there's living quarters, there's a mess hall, and then towards the front is the actual bridge. You don't have any sort of readout on who is where in this ship, but you do have a current estimate of the actual crew. And the crew is only 30 people, which is pretty low for a ship this size. And that includes the personnel that are not necessarily essential to the actual mission.
How many of those do you think would be stormtroopers, or is that something we'd know from like the manifest? Can we see the manifest to see who all's on board?
That would be a straight intelligence check, looking at the information in front of you.
Right. I don't know.
Go ahead, you do it. It wasn't my idea.
Nice.
But thanks for letting me have the offer. I appreciate
18.
Okay. Searching through the records, you note that there is no actual listed stormtroopers on board. There are guards, but they're not stormtroopers. This is his personal group. It's not like a military unit. So, in fact, it is an actual Alderaan vessel. While they are all working for the Imperium, none of them are actually, or rather, it's not just a straight up military vessel in that sense. It is
A transport.
Yeah.
High-end transport.
Yeah, this is more bureaucratic.
It's a diplomatic ship, remember? And then where is the diplomat?
That is not to say they're not guards, just that they're
Right, they're not
stormtroopers.
troopers.
Yeah.
They're not troopers. Okay. All right. We want to try his quarters.
Yeah, I think, because I'd rather not go on the bridge, because I don't know what kind of Imperial...
That's where we're going to find the most resistance at.
Yeah.
Good. Now, his quarters are near the bridge. You're going to have to, at the very least, go past the mess hall.
I think I should stand here and keep
Kind of
guard.
hungry, too, just so you know, guys.
From where you are, you will pass several offices as well as some compartments of living quarters, which, given the fact that they just arrived, there's no reason to think that anyone's going to be sleeping at this time. Pretty much, it's a small crew, so those living quarters are probably unoccupied. However, the offices might be occupied, and just beyond that is the mess hall, and beyond that is the bridge. There are several paths.
Where is his office?
His office is up past the mess hall by the bridge.
No matter what,
Wait,
we
office or living quarters?
They are adjacent.
no matter what, we got to get past the mess hall and past all those offices and living quarters, and we have to get near the bridge if we want to get to either his office or his living quarters, or we could just go to the bridge.
If you were to just straight walk that way, yeah.
So there's a way to get to that without going by the mess hall. Like the mess hall is going to be like, what time? Is it eating time? Like, do we know what time? Any kind of reference about would it be eating time or is the mess hall likely to have people in it at this time?
I would check the ship's clock, see what the schedule is.
Computer use is 20.
All right, you're able to figure out that this is sort of the tail end of what their breakfast period would be as they were arriving into this space.
Okay.
In all likelihood, most people would be done. There might still be some people kind of grabbing coffee or whatnot, like came to their, had an early shift and then are taking breaks to refresh.
Any ideas, guys?
If we go past the living quarters, is there a way for us to find clothes to kind of blend in?
Potentially.
That's not a bad idea. We
That's a good idea.
could go get some clothes so
do
we
that.
could move
But
about
is it the
more
living
freely.
quarters also past the?
The mess hall. I think the living quarters are first, and then the mess hall.
I said there are some living quarters.
Oh, they're okay. Yes.
Yeah, there's.
Plus, it's a gun.
You're relatively middle of the ship,
Where
and
we're
they're
gonna find clothes.
up
for
towards the
I'm the
bridge
only
where
one who would
where
be
some of
able
the
to
senior
fit in.
officers have living quarters and.
I'm the only one who could fit in. I'm human. I look like I'm from Alderaan.
Maybe you're
They'll
the only
never
one who
know-
has to go. You're the one with the
and
most
I'm the
diplomacy.
one, and I have great diplomacy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, he's human?
Yes. Look at me, baby.
Short tongue. Remember? Short tongue.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's do that. All right, so let's
Gas
find
face.
let's find the closest living quarters, the most discreet way to get to that living quarter.
All right, are all 4 of you going to go to this?
I feel like we need to be ready to make an exit, or if we need to fight, but we should stay here and let.
Yeah, let's.
Because I think we'll attract attention if
You're just
there are
standing in
three.
a hall, you idiot. Come with me and hide in the room.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Nice.
You're gonna attract attention just hanging out in the hallway, you 3 aliens.
Yeah, I think that'll be a little weird if like a Zabrak is suddenly on this altar.
Whereas if we guys can hide out in the room, I can get some clothes, switch out, and then go do the diplomacy meeting. And if he dies, he dies. But I'm just saying.
I'm a little worried about you going into this.
And then we can make this work. Well, you guys hide out there, and then on the way, I'll grab you
maybe
guys
we
on
can
the
make
way
it
out.
look like Stimbolt over there is sort of like his assistant to go along with.
No, they would know that. Like, there's only 30 people on the ship. They would remember if there was a
Zabrak,
Zabrak
that's true.
was boarding the ship with them.
Yeah.
There's no way you guys can do this.
All right, everyone give me spot checks.
Yeah.
23.
See if people again.
Which is amazing.
We gotta keep him with us. There's even more reason to just go to the room.
It is
Why did we bring
amazing
him?
that you see nothing, considering that all you're doing is looking down a hallway.
I kind of feel like we should go to the room and knock him out just so he's all right.
All right,
Just stand here and
back out
figure out
Alias and
space.
Foe, you are very clearly able to see what looks like a small living chamber just down the hallway from you. Do you all move as one? Does just one of you go to check out the scene?
Should all
Let
move as
me.
one.
No. Let me go check it. No, we're not gonna pay attention to this shit. I will go and check it out, make sure everything's cool. I'll just stick my head in real quick. If they see a human head, they're not gonna freak out.
Yeah, no, they'd freak out for a Zabrak.
Yes, they would. Well, they would.
guys.
All right, so I'm
Zabraks
gonna
are
go.
scary.
I'm gonna
I go to
check
the
it out.
other side of the street if I see one.
Can I have Phalius Badge Killer give me a move silently check?
Damn it, 11.
You are able to make it over to the room without attracting too much attention. You see that there are 2 bunks in here, and workstations, and also several sets of clothes.
All right.
From the room, you are able to look out and see if there's anyone coming. Some people have passed by. There's a cross hallway, and you see some people down in the distance. Give me a spot check to see if you can see an opening.
19.
All right. You see an opening, and you're able to wave everyone over. Could I have everyone give me move silently checks to get to the room?
Come on, guys. Over here.
Make sure I don't trip on my ears.
14.
Damn it, J. Mike.
17.
It's always the
Oh,
Zabrak.
thank you.
It's always the Zabrak.
2.
Wait, what?
Oh.
At least
That's awesome.
It wasn't Huuf this time.
Faux show. As your 2 compatriots are having trouble moving as quickly, particularly your Zabrak friend, you start to see a person coming round one of the hallways and about to turn and look directly at you. They're a little bit down the ways. Are you able to sort of distract their attention the other direction?
I'm gonna do affect mind and just have them turn take a right turn.
Okay.
Think that they need to take a right turn instead, and go towards the mess hall. We'll just say.
Sure.
Do it.
20.
All right. This person who looks like he was about to turn down your way just sort of like does an about face and goes the other direction.
Lisa thinks that was close.
And you're all able to make it into the room and shut the door without being spotted.
Dimble.
Dude. Stealth
my
mission.
fault.
Stealth mission.
Look who's talking.
Good point.
Good point.
All right, I'm gonna grab clothes so I look like a Alderaan in not all the wrong places.
So that's your plan. Let me just outline exactly what you plan to do.
I'm gonna dress up so that I look like one of the members of the ship, and then I'm going to that will allow me to move more freely across the ship, find this guy, use my diplomacy to explain to him the situation, show him the video, and attempt to turn him, and then get back to these guys, and hopefully if it goes well, we don't have to fight our way off the ship. We can just leave the ship. Or if it goes badly, we fight our way off the ship and take over the ship and keep it
Is there
as
a
our
way
new
to
ship.
watch
Ooh.
him and monitor him to make
Like
sure
that
he doesn't
thinking.
do anything crazy?
I don't
Not
like
from
that
this room,
thinking.
but potentially.
Let's go peacefully.
Well, that's just plan
That's
B.
different.
That's just plan B.
Plan B is we take the ship. Plan
Yeah.
A is we
That's
we
good,
make
because
the
if we have to fight anyway, might as well just
With
take
how
the whole
clumsy we've been today, I don't know how we feel.
That's
I feel
in space.
Why you bringing
We're
up
not
old stuff?
gravity now.
Why are you
he just
bringing
made
up
a
old
bunch
stuff?
of noise on this ship.
You did do that.
I
That's
don't know
not
what you're
cool.
talking about. Anyway,
I don't know how he ran into all those pans. They weren't even in the hallway.
I found you.
So Fairlace, I guess you got to strip and get into the uniform.
Yeah, baby, check it out. Zip.
Why are you carrying bricks in your suit?
Oh, you know.
Fairlace, you get changed into the uniform of these Alderaan soldiers, and put on a hat so no one can quite see your face, and open up the door to step out and see how far you can get.
What are the odds I make it?
1,000,000 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
So you're saying
And
there's
on
a
that
chance.
note, we're going to end the
That
session.
boy, that boy was our last hope.
No, there is
There's another.
Okay, and now we devolve into just reference. But on that note, we are ending the session.
So we will find out what happens with these guys and our Alderaan diplomat on the next episode of the Scruffy Nerfherders. While you're waiting, don't forget you can check out the rest of the episodes of the Scruffy Nerfherders if you haven't caught up with all of them. And share the series with a friend. All of the episodes are on our website, certainpov.com. You can subscribe to this podcast and to other podcasts. And you can also let us know what you think of our adventures, and if you have suggestions, maybe you can feed Corey some Star Wars lines for him to use as well.
Dude, I had Star Wars lines the whole time.
all of our social media.
Feel lucky, punk. Drink.
All of our social media is on our website, certainpov.com. And until next week, stay scruffy, my nerf herders.
CPOV. CertainPOV.com.